Hi, everybody. Welcome back to GSX 2022, Chuck Harrell, SecurityGuideTV.com. Live from Atlanta, our next guest, Mr. Tim Brown. He's the president of public safety at TASSTA Americas, TASSTA.com. Welcome.
Thanks, Chuck.
Director of Public Safety, that's a big job, my friend.
It is.
It's like the private police force.
It is.
Yeah.
In taking the technology from our law enforcement lives back out into the community and the private industry as well.
Now, we're going to talk about gunshot detection, and the title of our show today, which is a great title, is Mission Critical Active Shooter Solutions. Mission critical meaning schools, public safety areas, places where people really converge. You are partnered with Eagle Technologies, right? They're the leader in gunshot detection. Now, what's different about that is it's not a sound.
That's correct.
It's wave energy. This is a whole, I want everybody to pay attention to this. This is not, oh, it's a bang and I heard a noise, I'm going to go over and look at it. Oh, it's a car backfire. They use the wave energy to understand that it's an actual gunshot. That's unique.
It's very unique, and it's actually something that a customer really wants to look at, because when you use a sound analysis, basically you have an open microphone.
That's right.
And by eliminating the open microphone, what you're eliminating is eavesdropping into either a school environment where information is protected by federal law.
Oh, that's a good point.
Or in the private industry, trade secrets, espionage, etc. You're leaving that server open to potential hackers by using an energy footprint, which, by the way, was designed by the U.S. Department of Energy, so it's solid science.
Right.
By using that waveform, you're eliminating all those risks.
Now, what do you guys do? You're partnered with them. Tell us about this partnership.
So, we're a mission, TASSTA Americas, which is based out of Miramar, Florida. It's a mission critical communication company where we take our push-to-talk solution and we've integrated a panic button, which once activated will send audio and video stream for 15 seconds.
Oh.
So that can be in a Fortune 500 environment, that can be a security team, a console. In government operations, like a school, that could be your police officer sitting in your patrol car, your fire rescue squad, etc., which starts that actual process. Right. And we've worked with a company out of Pennsylvania called AMP-GS, or AMP Global Services, which is the installation, maintenance, support side of the business. So what we're taking is video-based behavioral analytics integrated with your existing access control. So if something in a Walmart is seen in a parking lot, that can automatically shut the building off.
Okay.
Actual energy-based gunshot detection, which will again alert public safety that this scenario is escalating because we've now had shots fired. If there's nothing on the video, that energy-based will shut down the school system.
Okay.
And you now have emergency communications. So what we're teaching, not only do we have push-to-talk, in a lockdown situation you want to go silent, so what we're teaching in our K-12 solution, and even in the private industry, is to do something very simple. Take your building plans and print your building plans on a dry erase board, silk screen them on there, so that when you have a critical incident, train your leaders or your teachers, your work area superintendents to check in at the end of that process. So in a K-12 school, we'll send out a checklist to reaffirm that muscle memory, to remind them what to do. The last thing on that checklist is, give me a status on your building or your room. So if they have 5 critically injured children, they're going to take a number 5, circle it, and it's going to go on the building plan. So once the shooter's neutralized, that allows your fire rescue team to now prioritize where they're going.
Right.
So we're saving time, we're saving seconds, and by saving seconds in a bleeding situation, we're saving lives.
And this came out about 4 or 5 years ago when I was a policeman, right?
Yep.
And we like going in. We're crazy, that's what we do. Firemen, not so much.
We fight for the battering ram.
That's right. It's like, we're going to wait outside till you guys clear. And what they were finding was people were not dying from the gunshot. They were bleeding out because they're waiting 15 minutes to be triaged, right? And so now we're going in phases. And this is a great idea to make sure that the triage is shortened, because now we know what's going on, where they are. Let's go get them. That's brilliant. And it's so simple.
So let's talk about that process of the police going in right away. So what the police's function, as we all know, is they're going in looking for the shooter to neutralize the shooter.
Right.
And in the process, they're stepping over critically injured people. We're deploying very shortly a body-worn camera that runs off of 5G technology.
That's nice.
So what the body camera does is it contains not only the camera aspect, but it contains our mission-critical communication software, which the command center can remote in on. So as the immediate action team goes into the building, your command center is seeing these people that are critically injured and marking it on that map that we talked about.
Yeah.
So the police officer's focused. They don't have time to count bodies as we're going in, but the command has that live stream video that, again, we're doing the analytics in each part of the building to say this is where we need to go. And that's unheard of.
Is it real-time analytics, or do we have to process it and then look at the video?
No, this is real-time.
Oh, wow.
Real-time live stream to the
live stream analytics.
To the analytics. The last thing that we developed was, and if you think about Texas, we have our devices inside the classroom. So during an actual active shooter situation, that command module, it's the only module that's allowed to do it, can actually remote into that teacher's device. So if we're not getting a status update, or we need to have eyes inside that building, we can turn that camera on and look around that building, whatever in the view of that camera, and give us real-time information on what's going on in that classroom.
Now, I'm a techie from way back. You'll appreciate this. I had my first computer in 1984. I brought it in the station to write police reports, and the chief said, "What is that? Get it out of here. We don't need computers in police work." I was a little discouraged, I gotta say. I get this stuff. I see it immediately. What are we finding in the sales side of this as a learning curve? It may be hard for people to visualize, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I see how it works. It's brilliant, right?
Yep.
But are people getting it now that technology can solve these problems definitively?
They are, and the thing is, you know, I'm a retired 30-year police officer, 3-year school board chairman. One of the things that I'm finding in the market is, whether it's an executive level, private protection level aspect, there's a lot of hype in the market.
There is a lot of hype.
You really need to look at your product, what your product can do, the testing data in the product, and is this really going to answer your solution?
Right.
In our solution, we feel that answer is yes. But our solution is so simple, anybody can understand it and operate it. So you don't have to be a police officer or a fire dispatch. You know, you can be a secretary in the principal's office that's trained to run the command module alongside your police and fire, so that this whole incident unified command system is working.
And that's the secret, because solutions don't always come from the top down. Listen, if my secretary at Fox told me to do something, I damn well better do it. Because if I didn't, I had a big problem in the future. I looked to her for guidance on this stuff because she was in the moment. And those issues can be driven by people at the bottom that say, I need this because you're going to be at the command center and I'm inside the building. I mean, yeah, that's interesting.
And a simple thing is, you know, most of the law enforcement agencies are small agencies. They're not like an LAPD, or, you know, you may have 12-man departments. So what you're going to see is an area of response to your building. By working with the command module, because we integrate with access control, we can also be watching your cameras. As that neighboring police community arrives, command center can now buzz them into your school.
Oh yeah, real-time data. I mean, for mutual aid, that is so critical. I mean, think of the old days where you had to get the sheriff's department to come in, have a command post, take your time, figure out what's going on. We don't have time for that anymore. We got real-time things we got to solve.
Back in my day, it would be the Ford Explorer that's opening the door.
Ford Explorer? I had a Caprice, dude.
Yeah.
Ford Explorers weren't even invented. What are you talking about?
A little bit before my time. Not much, but a little bit before my time.
All right, this is excellent information. Again, Eagle Technology is the partner. Give us your website.
www.TASSTA.com, or TASSTA Americas, and we're based in Miramar, Florida.
And remember, we're using energy force detection, not sounds. It's not a firecracker or a gunshot. It's true. And by the way, you can get down to calibers, if I remember correctly.
We can.
That's a 45, it's a 22. Super critical information. This stuff works. It's just science fiction is here, and it's science fact. You guys got to check it out. Back up in here at SecurityGuideTV.com, GSX 2022. Thanks, my friend.
Thanks, Chuck.
Good interview.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks.